Hello, my people. Today we are talking about why some of our, or most of our African sisters, once they land in the West, the respect for African men diminish significantly. It diminishes a lot. Even I'm not talking about even single African sisters coming abroad. I'm even talking even the married one. The respect they have for our men, African men, diminishes a lot. But I don't know why. I don't know, maybe because in the West, the African men doesn't have any power. Most of the cases, they don't have power. The only men they see with power is their bosses in the office, which most of the time is gonna be white men. But these our African sisters, man, they, some of them, I'm not saying all of them, but I think it's maybe 70% of them. They are the respect they have for our African men diminishes a lot, and we see it every day. No matter where the person live, they live, even if they live in London or New York, California, anywhere you meet them, or even in Australia, this is the same attitude. You know what I mean? I don't know whether it's the pressure from the West, because it's not easy, living in Western world, especially these days. There's a lot of pressures, and problems, people are facing. But the thing is that African men have more respect in Africa from our African women than we have here. And you can say maybe because we don't run things, but even if you don't run things, it doesn't mean that you cannot respect, you cannot respect our men. They deserve respect. I'm not saying like even like you're gonna respect them for now, but at least common courtesy. You know what I mean? We shouldn't, as Kenny Rogers said, we shouldn't fight to be a man. You know what I mean? To be a man, you don't need to fight. And when I'm talking about respect, it comes this respect comes in different form. Like for instance, you see, I've seen somebody that have this kind of experience that I'm gonna tell you now. Like you come to a supermarket or a shop to buy something, and in the Western world, it's not like in some African countries where you don't queue. Somebody, the politician can come and they serve the politician first. But if you're in the Western world, even the president, you want to buy something, you have to queue, and wait for his own her own time to come so that he gets served. But these our African ladies, they will see you, an African man standing in a queue, they're gonna bypass the queue. Some of them just bypass the queue and try to jump in and disregard that you are there. And if you make mistake about, let me just do a quick correction for them. And maybe some of them are not self-aware. They lack self-awareness. Let me just do a bit of correction. And you want to comfort her. Say, look, this is queue. I'm queuing here, and why should you jump queue? Is there any problem with you? Are you crazy or are you mad? Some of them will start bitching immediately. You know what I mean? They will go after you, because this lack of respect. And it's not even like they are in the right way. They are wrong. Instead of them to say, okay, this is, sorry, I didn't know that you're there. But even though they know because they see you standing, no, they're gonna start, bitching, they start talking bad about it, or start shouting at you. Sometimes, you might lose your cool if you have not been in this kind of situation. But this is, but if you understand that this is normal, you see this often like disrespect is not there. And I don't think even they respect themselves as well, because you might think like this is only men that they don't respect. But you see, even sometimes they see them fighting among themselves. This our African women, and they ask themselves why. I know it's not easy to live in the West, because now everything is expensive, accommodation and stuff like that. And it's not easy to establish yourself as well, even if things are not expensive in the West now. So, but this disrespect, you have to stop. You know what I mean? You have to stop. we're not saying you should, bow down to African men, but you give the African men a bit of respect. They deserve it. Peace.